Well, it's been 105 days and it's time for us to get harvesting our onions. My goal was to have these out last week, but we had a lot of rain. And you don't want to harvest your onions right after a rain. They're more likely to have problems with mold or going bad, and they're not going to store as long or store as well. So we've now had, today's our 4th day of hot sun. We've been out in the garden, and we want to get through these beds and get these onions pulled. In this bed we have Patterson onions, and we have a total of 4 beds that have onions, and we planted over 400 onions this year. And we have people ask, how do you decide what to plant? How do you decide how much to plant? And the reason we plant 400 for us is because of how we use our onions. We know we're going to have some pest damage, and what we get at the end is never the full 400. Some are going to be small, some are going to be big. So let's take a look at some of the issues we've had and how our onions came out in this bed. So one of the things that we know when we're planting onions is that we're going to have pest damage. And like here we have a chipmunk hole. We've had chipmunks, we've had voles, we've had bunny rabbits, we've had squirrels all get into our beds. The other reason we plant as many as we do is some onions are going to come out larger onions, like this one fits nice in my hand, and others just really may not grow well and may come out small. So we plant extra just to make sure that we're going to have enough to do all the things that we want to do with our onions to hold us over till next season. So another thing I wanted to talk about while I pull these up is, why did I pick the type of onions and the amount of time that they take to grow that I picked? The Pattersons I've grown before, and I know they grow well in our environment. And the other thing is they're about 104, 105 day growth time. And that means that when I pull these, it's in August, and I'm still going to be able to get some more things planted in this bed so that I can get another harvest of a different type of vegetable from here. So let me finish getting these pulled up, and I'll go show you another bed with a different type of onion. So this is our bed of Walla-Walla onions. And we start all our onions from starts in April, and we don't do ours from seed. It's just one thing that we don't have time to get going. So these have, again, about 104, 105 day time period. And again, we had to wait an extra week or so because of the weather that we had. So let me get these Walla Wallas pulled. And I've got another bed of Pattersons and another bed that has Walla Walla in them. And let's see how many onions we end up with when we're done. This bed also has Walla Wallas in it. It got attacked real bad by squirrels at the beginning of the season, but we still have a few good onions in here. So we're going to get these picked and see where we end up once all 4 beds are picked. Well, we finished pulling all the onions, and we have all of our Walla Wallas and all of our Patterson onions pulled. Now, I know I said that we had 400 starts to begin with in the beginning of the year. Well, when we planted these in April, I had ordered 400 starts. We, in case anybody's curious, we get ours from Pantry or superseeds.com. We're not affiliated, but it's who we always purchase ours from, both our garlic and our onions. And we ended up with 485 onions. So I know I got more than my money's worth out of my start purchase from them this year. And these onions are going to go a long way to adding onion powder and diced onions. And if you want to know how we do that, I'll make sure I leave a link in the description to a video that shows specifically how we do that. And they're also going to go into our barbecue sauce and our pasta sauce and our salsa and all the yummy tomato based things that we put into our pantry every year that include onions. Now, some of these onions, some of the bigger onions, we're probably going to just bend the tops over and cure them. And if you're curious about how to do that, if you've planted onions for the first time, I also have a video on how to cure onions for long-term storage. I'll leave a description for that in the a link for that in the description, sorry. And we'll keep some of those for that because we always have some fresh in the pantry as well. But these are, for the most part, going to get the tops cut off. They're going to get cleaned up. They're going to get chopped, diced, dried, powdered, or minced and put onto our pantry shelf. And the rest, like I said, will go into our sauces and our salsas. Now, if you have any questions about anything special on how to grow onions, if you've heard about spooning and you want to know more about that with onions, make sure you leave a comment down below. If you liked our video, give us a thumbs up. Share our video with anybody you think might be interested because it really does help us out a lot. And until next time, everybody, take care.